coming to the end of my day of learning, which pretty much seems like a day of walking around aimlessly on job search, because I don't have an ID or social security card yet. But I'm learning shit, you know. I learned about light, about illuminated heart, you know. It's shit's bananas, man. Check that shit out, Wikipedia. But anyway, I want to talk about this other time that I died, and it was the time that I didn't die in. It wasn't the third dimension. And a version of me died in another alternate reality. But I still played it out as okay, so this shit was fucking crazy as fuck. This was the actually first time, well, when I first got to Tempe, where he told me to be still, you know, I had to stay there. But okay, so there's this Tempe Town Lake is called, and if you go over by this, you know, under this bridge that goes under the freeway, it's like this real hella murky part, fucking like murky ass water, lake water, any water, you know. I can't swim for shit. I could just all I can do is I could doggy paddle for maybe like a few seconds, and then I could do that thing like a baby and make myself like kind of float like on my back and kind of like paddle and kick myself like barely like this much of my head be sticking out of the water. But so there's this murky ass part. It's fucked up, like the part with where all the dead fish float to, and the shopping carts and shit, and that motherfucker and shit. So all I knew was that I was supposed to get in this water. I was supposed to get in this water and go across it. This part might have been like about 50 yards. Nightmare. Ever since this avatar is terrified, like heart attack style of touching any water, because instantly sharks, alligators, all that shit, fucking, you know, octopuses, fucking all that shit comes into mind right when I touch that shit. You know, that's this avatar, the life that this avatar had is makes that's a nightmare for me, fucking a nightmare. So you know, I got my backpack. I had to, you know, for some reason I was supposed to get in the water with my backpack on, you know, with my backpack, not with it on, but I had to. So I put my backpack, you know, I had a tablet and all this, my tablet with the music that I was doing shit, and you know, I had money and shit in the motherfucker and stuff, shoes, whatever. Put it in a trash bag, found a big trash bag, you know, and wrapped it in a trash bag, wrapped all this wire and shit around it that I found, you know what I'm saying, to keep water out. So I sit at the edge of this water, and I'm just like, hell no, fuck no, hell no. Like I just can't bring myself to do it. Oh, and I had a skateboard. You know, I had a skateboard. You know, that motherfucker sank. But so I get in this water. I finally fucking get up the nuts to get in this water, right? This is something that I would never do. Now, you couldn't pay me enough money to do this shit. So I turn around to do my little backwards thing, floating on my back, and I'm just like, all I gotta do is get to the other side, you know what I'm saying? My heart is beating so fast. I'm shitting on myself. Little bubbles are coming up, you know what I'm saying? I'm just shitting like I'm fucking terrified. I got my bag, you know what I'm saying? I got a wire, you know, so I'm pulling it with me like, I'm like, oh, hell, this is, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, all I just keep my head and, you know, just think about, go to my happy place and fucking, but before I know it, I'll be to the other side. I'm going, right? I'm in, it's full game mode, you know what I'm saying? Like full game mode. You know, I'm on a little mini game or whatever the fuck for whatever reason. Boom. Fucking heart's beating, and all of a sudden, a fucking little tiny fish, a little fish, cause like this much is sticking out of the water like this, you know what I'm saying? Like just like this. I'm barely keeping afloat, you know? That's the only thing I can do. I don't know how to swim. This motherfucking little fish goes across my face like this and slaps his little tails like blah 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 blah, like he fucking like that motherfucker paused at my nose and was scooping water up and throwing it up my nose. So I started choking and shit. You know, boom, I lose my, you know, I'm about to fucking drown and shit. You know, I'm doggy paddling. I use up my whole 3-4 seconds of doggy paddle power. I'm about to fucking drown, and boom, like my backpack. Boom, so I grab this motherfucker, and it's helping me. It's helping me like a flotation device. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, hell yeah. Like I'm not like hell yeah. I'm like I'm cursing. I'm mad. I'm like, big dog, you cheating ass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in like some kind of game mode, man. Some kind of not gay mode. I already did that shit, but not in a game mode. You know, and as this I start kicking, and then boom, my eyes have to stay open. Oh shit! Red team go! Red team go! And I'm really shitting myself now. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking drown, man. That big dog, you fucking cheating ass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And as I'm going, and I gotta sit here, and I'm barely like this on the water with my backpack underground. I hear it gurgling, so I know it's taking on water. But you know, so I'm kicking like a motherfucker, man. And all I know is I feel going, you know what I'm saying? Like going by my legs, big as a motherfucker. Oh hell no! I'm fucking shitting on myself. I'm like, oh god, like it's a nightmare. And I see the shit coming towards me like what would make in the water, like if an alligator was coming straight towards you. But I'm just like, fuck it, man, fuck it. I just keep kicking, you know what I'm saying? I just keep going straight. All this shit that he's making me see and feel, I just gotta keep kicking. I can't turn back. I gotta go. Keep kicking. Man, I'm fucking like all this shit is in my head. Like I'm feeling shit fucking hit my legs, like fucking like something like big beast hitting my legs, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm fucking, you know, I'm kicking like a motherfucker. All of a sudden, I'm like 3/4 of the way there, man. And my knees hit this fucking cement. Boom, boom. I'm like, oh hell no. So fucking lets me stand up on it. It's about 2 feet, you know what I'm saying? It raises all the way up out of the water. I'm like, hell yeah. So I can walk all the way across this water. I'm like, fuck yeah. I made it. Oh man, fucking, I feel so relieved until I get to just about 10, 12 feet. and the cement just stops and it's just black, like this black water, and the shit starts bubbling, like, you know, around the edges of it and swirling, and I could see something. I could see some things down, like it looks like it goes way down, and I could see these things, and then they come up, you know, just to the surface, don't break the surface. But you know what I'm saying? It was a motherfucking the Kraken, Ursula, but not the Ursula from the not the same kind of Ursula from the Little Mermaid. That's just the name that popped in my head when I seen this. It was like like the shit that they made the Kraken out of, the shit on the movies and shit, ain't got shit on this motherfucker. This motherfucker was straight from the depths of hell. You know, some shit that I could have never imagined in a million years. That was so terrifying. This thing kept coming up and boom, and this big eye was like, ooh, ooh, and had all these fucking teeth and shit. And the eye was coming up and fucking like looking at me like these motherfuckers. And it was the Kraken, Ursula, and this and another squid fucking thing, like a dog squid thing, and they were like, boom, go down real far, come up, boom, like they were down there waiting for me to, and I was like, oh hell no, I'm like, fuck that shit, I'm about to fucking go back. I'm like, oh hell no, I'm like, I'm not, there's no way I'm about to get back in this motherfucking water. I'm about to stand on this cement forever. And I looked down, but when I looked down, the cement that I'm standing on, it looks like some black shit is, like some black smoke is going over it, like coming from the, you know, the edge. But then I look, like it's not black smoke, it's the fucking cement is disappearing. Like, I think I shit myself. I'm pretty sure I did. And I'm like, oh man. And I just fucking say, fuck it. I say, I threw my fucking backpack into there. I'm like, fuck it. I said, if you want me to get fucking torn to shreds, you motherfucker, and I just jump in because the fucking cement is going bye-bye anyway, you know. And I have to jump. I just jump, you know. Fucking, I jumped into the fucking mouth of this fucking Kraken and shit. And right when I hit the fucking water, boom, it goes. I'm already I'm all fucked up already, you know what I'm saying, and inside. But it's like as soon as I hit the water, boom, then game mode turned off, you know what I'm saying? Boom, I'm back in the third dimension. And but I'm kicking and paddling, and I'm like, yeah, big dog, you fucking asshole, you motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Cheating ass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit really was really fucked me up right there for a while, to where I got out of the water, finally got out this motherfucker, got the my backpack. This whole shit, the whole backpack inside fucking tablets fucking broke. The whole bag is full of water. And I had forgot that I had put my shoes in there, and I had put $80 I had inside the shoe. I just fucking threw all that shit on the ground and left it, you know what I'm saying? And started walking, like, no, just wet with shorts and a fucking and socks. No, did I have socks? I didn't even have socks on, man. I just started belling, like, cause I was kind of like I was out of it, you know what I'm saying? Like fucking after making that trip and you know, into another dimension, another reality, whatever the fuck it was, you know, like it was leaves y'all, left me all distorted and shit, y'all fucked up. And even after that shit, you know, I was, you know, I still had a job, you know, but I was still staying on the streets. I still worked at Jackson's Car Wash at Tempe Marketplace. Walked over there, you know, and for like, my body my body was destroyed. You know what I'm saying? The other me, the one that sacrificed himself, that died. I felt that I felt that shit in my body. Like I felt like I had got torn to fucking shreds, and that my body got put back together, and that I was healing. That's what I felt very tired, very like. I felt like, yeah, there's no other way to explain it besides that I felt like I got torn to shreds and got put back together, and my whole body was healing. Which was cool because I ended up running up on some fucking buddy that gave me a jar of CBD oil, like a fat ass jar full of this shit, and I was just dipping cigarettes in this motherfucker and smoking that shit, which helped me, through that shit, which is not a coincidence, running into the guardian angels, the ascended masters, whoever who help us, when we're on our journey, on our path, we're growing up. But yeah, I died in whatever that shit was, in a different reality, and that shit was bananas. Like this is definitely it's like I'm in a virtual world, like a holographic world, like a simulation, like a video game. And I don't know why. And I don't know how this shit how it works. I don't know who's doing what. But I know that there is one creator that's in control of everything that's going on. And he tells me to call him Big Dog. I got invited into the kingdom not too long before I started my recovery. He invited me into the kingdom. But he actually said I would have to go, that something about telling two strippers that just like, I guess just telling them, yeah, I'm Big Dog invited me into the kingdom, and telling them my new name is that my name is Kamikaze Jesus. The new name that he gave me is Kamikaze Jesus. And I haven't, came to that part yet, so I don't know, and it never means what it says. It's not like I'm gonna run up on two strippers and tell them that. It's gonna be something that's gonna be like, man, almost like a fucking, like a riddle type shit or something, something like, oh, like I might be two dudes stripping the paint off of a wall or some shit, or that we end up having a conversation about, and I end up telling them, yeah, Big Dog invited me to Kingdom or some shit. It's gonna be something, not what. It's never anything that a motherfucker thinks. That's for sure. Anything that a motherfucker thinks, it's never that. If I think, oh man, if I'm trying to think ahead and I'm like, oh, you know what that this is probably for, or this means, it's never, ever that. It never has been. I've never even came close, which is probably why, about the saying, expect only the unexpected. That's it. 4-4. My numbers, my angelic numbers is 144, or 44, or 441, or 1044. Doesn't matter. Whenever I happen to look at the fucking clock or see the time or something, even on a phone that has the wrong time on it, I happen to look at it and it's 10:44, 1:44, 11:44. And know what that means? Because I don't. Oh yeah, I do know. I know the 144 is 144, what I was told, is the number you seen that God is calling the dogs to awaken. That's what I was told. You know, and not told by a person, you know, not told by a person. That's just what and most of the time I don't know where I get this shit from, whether it's from when I'm sleeping, because when I'm sleeping, I'm not never really asleep, man. I go somewhere else. I go somewhere else and I have these really lucid dreams that aren't dreams. They're me going somewhere else into another reality, different dimension. I have no idea. But yeah, that's the story of my that was my first death in, you know, which happened a few times before. You know, I guess it was getting me ready to have the real one in the third dimension, in the physical world. It was preparing me, you know, so I was gonna be like, oh my God, I fucking died. be all tripped out and all damaged and shit upstairs because I fucking died. I died. You know, you die a bunch of times in like, seems like little virtual simulations, and to prepare me for the real one. So when the real one happened, I was like, damn, man, it's crazy, man. I fucking died and shit. I died gruesome as shit. I died hella fucked up. I died hella fucked up in the dumbest way that anybody on earth probably, anybody on earth could have died. You know what I'm saying? The dumbest way ever. The dumbest way, most gruesome way. You know what I'm saying? A motherfucker getting chopped up by an axe or a chainsaw, you know, had a better death than me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody probably laughed about the way I, laughed. Everybody would laugh the way that I died, you know. It probably wouldn't even be sad, it'd just be funny, you know. It'd be funny and then it's disgusting. You know, when I first, for a while, every time that kept playing back in my head, because if I think about a memory, I feel those emotions. I feel those. I can play back the emotions, play back with it. You know, the feeling of that time. So I could. So every time it would play in my head how I felt, because it was like I could see it. I could see it. Boom, 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 boom. Wow. You know what I'm saying? I see it, and it would make me gag. Banzai, motherfucker. Oh shit. Yeah. Yep. That's that. Give all glory to God, though. You know. To not testify, you know, like, I'm pretty sure that a lot of people don't talk about the shit. They don't talk about the things that happen to them out loud to actual people. You know, it'd be embarrassing, plus because everybody's gonna think you're 5150. Well, they're gonna know you're 5150, and they're not gonna believe it. Plus, they're gonna and nobody's gonna want to be around you. You're gonna be alone. This is a lonely journey, man. That's the way it's supposed to be. So, why keep it a secret just because I wanna fit in? I wanna be accepted. You know what I'm saying? I wanna. You know, I don't want people to look at me differently and shit. And why would I? You know, why would I? Oh, excuse me. Why would I want to hide you know, but you know, everybody's journey is different, you know. Some people, I guess, are supposed to be quiet and some people ain't, you know. I know that you told me that I don't have a muzzle. You know, all the people that I've ran into that got upset with me because the things I was talking about, I'm saying, you know, they get upset and get attitude, you know, if they hear me talking about certain things, because they're like, you know, we're not supposed to be saying anything, we're not supposed to be talking about this, you know. They would or saying like, hey, sometimes people, some dude told this one dude I was talking to one time, he's like, sometimes people just be talking to be talking. He like gave me an evil eye. Yeah. And he was like, hey man, it's cool, man. He said I ain't got a muzzle. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight. I'm a dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm a dog. And he's the big dog. Man's best friend. It's hot. Shout out to all the dogs though. Shout out to all the dogs. You know. All the motherfuckers. It's all love, man. Especially, man, to everybody. All love to everybody. I love the hell out of everybody that helps me along my path, you know, seen and unseen. Man, it's all love. All right. Over and out. Kamikaze Jesus.